This is Marvel Universe, Steve Rogers, Captain America. The figure is part of the fourth wave of the 2011 Marvel Universe figures, or Series 3 Marvel Universe figures. The Shield, the Steve Rogers Shield files. The figure is number Commander Rogers 02121 of Series 3. Here's the rest of the assortment. They're not showing X-23. X-23 is also part of this assortment, perhaps the most in-demand figure of the wave, as well as him. So pretty cool, nice Simone Bianchi art right there. Very, very cool. All right, folks, on to the figure. The figure is brilliant, an absolute gem in the entire Marvel Universe collection. It is one of the best figures that the Hasbro design team for Marvel Universe has actually released and come up with. I am a big fan of this figure, and I'd like to congratulate the Hasbro design team for this one, for doing a splendid job, spot on with this character. I haven't been following the Avengers ever since they came out. I mean, here and there I like Iron Man, big fan of Iron Man, but never really a big fan of Captain America. And I started reading up on him when the movie came out. I picked up Fear Itself, started reading it, and I've grown to actually appreciate this character. He is a cool character. Now he leads S.H.I.E.L.D. as well as the Secret Avengers. And there's, rebooting Captain America as well as the other lines was a good idea. It really gives fans, new fans and old, a chance to appreciate the character better. Speaking of other Captain America characters and figures, this is the Wave 2 Captain America, I think the first ever Captain America Marvel Universe figure that Hasbro has come up with. So that's pretty cool. Even this figure was a pretty cool figure. Just wasn't a big fan of Captain America per se back then. And this one is from the movie line. This is the comic series Captain America from the Captain America First Avenger movie toy line. So very cool. Hasbro has been giving a lot of has been producing a lot of very cool Captain America figures, both in the Marvel Universe and the movie line, and I've been the character has grown a lot on me, and I'm really looking forward to a lot more releases of the character, as well as several. I hope they're not repaints, but really just improving on the characters is really I think a noble effort on Hasbro. So, very cool, and it really gives a lot of the Captain America fans a lot of stuff to get excited about. So, very, very cool. The figure does not come with a shield. Well, they probably didn't feel the need. They probably spent so much money designing the thing that they didn't have money for a shield. No mask or helmet or anything like that, but he doesn't really use a shield as Commander Rogers. The only time he started using the shield again was in Fear Itself. If you haven't picked up Fear Itself, it's a great comic book, a limited series comic book. It's reshaping the Marvel Universe, as so they say, and for me it's great. Exposition, this whole story is interesting. I think the ending is going to make it or break it for me, though. But anyway, that's another story. No pun intended. The figure itself, again, as I said, is great. A great sculpt. It's a combination of several pieces, but the whole ensemble of the mold, in my book, deserves to be called a new mold. It's not. I'm sure there are mixed, recycled, like biceps, the thighs and hips, but the whole combination, because of the additional joints, I think makes this figure a relatively new mold. But if you're a perfectionist, it's fine. Recycle, whatnot. Anyway, he comes with several accessories. He comes with this rifle, machine gun, to be technical, I don't know, M16 with grenade launcher. Somebody tell me what it is. A 9mm. So that's about it. He cannot store his weapons. I was about to say in bot mode, but he cannot store it because he doesn't have any holsters, unless you want to try and squeeze the rifle in here. But I don't want to risk damaging the shoulder straps. He's got these two non-removable accessories. You can remove them technically if you dismember him and remove the waist, but they're supposed to be just on him, but they're movable. but you're not advised to remove them. There are straps here and there that don't seem to serve a purpose except for aesthetics. Okay. Paint apps on this figure, fantastic. Unbelievably good and excellent. I say that because the Marvel figures and Marvel toys that Hasbro's come up with have really crappy paint apps. And this one is close to perfect. Well, they missed a spot on his chest for the star, but that's a small inconvenience. Overall, the paint apps on this one is really phenomenal. I am surprised because my expectations for quality control on the Hasbro Marvel figures have really gone down, but this one is really spot on. And congratulations to quality control on this one. Even the face, look at that. But if you have to choose from several C. Rogers that you might see on the shelf, which I doubt, you'll probably see one or two of this one. If you get to see a whole bunch of them, then you'll consider yourself lucky. Check out the face. Make sure the eyes are painted well. What I mean is that he's not cross-eyed or both the pupils are about the same size. Make sure the hair is painted well as well. Painted very well altogether. The stripes on his uniform are painted very well. In some areas, they still look like some snowpack or liquid paper correction fluid markings, but overall, they're pretty good. It's like a powdery type of white, ivory type of white paint that they use, and overall, it's pretty good. Very few complaints. The camera is not picking up the lighting as much, so I want to put the box back in so that the light just stays constant. I do apologize. Anyway, articulation. He's got phenomenal articulation. A little bit over the top in some areas, but I'm not arguing for additional articulation. So his head is on a ball joint, which is on a hinge, much like the I don't know, Doctor Strange and other latest Marvel Universe figures. So that's pretty cool. You can get him some decent emotive position. Oh, not like that. Looks creepy. He's got a ball jointed upper torso as well as a waist swivel. I thought the waist swivel was not necessary because you'll probably, I thought that was weird. But they've added more articulation. I am not going to complain too much about it. He's got a ball hinge shoulder, bicep swivel, hinge elbow, and a swivel wrist. He's got a ball jointed hip, as well as a thigh swivel, double hinge knee, a shin or lower leg swivel, as well as ankle articulation. And ankle articulation is, again, the modern one that they've used on Jim Lee Cyclops, Mace Windu. He's got a hinge. Does it turn? Well, it's got a hinge to make it rock forward and backward, and it's got a pin swivel joint facing almost perpendicular to the foot that allows you to roll the ankle left and right. And what does that mean? Which it means that for posability junkies like me, you can have him in wide stances and not worry about just the side of the foot touching the floor, and it's not flat or flush on the floor or on the surface. So you can have him in a wide stance and not worry about stability issues. So very cool articulation on this guy. Paint apps are great, the sculpt is great, articulation is great, and the whole character itself, the design is just wonderful. So I am giving this figure a 10 out of 10 and a high recommendation that you must pick this figure up. Even if you're just a casual collector, you have no idea who this guy is. I can't imagine a Marvel Universe fan or a Marvel Universe toy line fan not knowing who this guy is. But anyway, even if you don't know who this guy is, you've got to pick up this figure just for the sheer brilliance of the design of this figure. And I absolutely congratulate and thank the Hasbro designee for coming up with such a brilliant Steve Rogers figure. So there you go, folks. I hope I've made my point clear enough on this one. It's a must-have figure. You can have doubles of it. Fine if you want. Keep one mint, keep one on the shelf. And please pick it up on retail. Try your best. Don't get it from scalpers. If you're worried about not getting enough of it, the figure is packed. I think is packed in both Wave 4 and Wave 5 for 2011, 2 figures in Wave 4 and 1 figure in Wave 5 for a case of 12 figures. So there you go, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it insightful. If you want to know my latest toy purchases and upcoming reviews, please follow me on Twitter at www.twitter.com/fxfranz. There you go. Marvel Universe, Steve Rogers, Captain America, or Commander Rogers. Thanks for watching.